Okay, this was actually a move I learned in wrestling. It's gonna look a little martial arty, and what do I mean by martial arty? That's actually a derogatory term in the martial arts. It means it looks like bullshit. Yeah. So, it looks martial arty, that means it looks bullshit. That's sad that we use that, but that's actually what I mean when I say that. All right, anyway, when you get behind someone and he's got control, in wrestling, this is the normal technique. You break the grips and then you escape. That's like really popular. Back pocket the hand and then turn and get away, okay? Then I learned that there was a wrestler that used this, and he would use it and make it effective. And there's actually technique to this. And again, this is where it looks like a little bullshitty, but it does work. Check it out. I'm gonna separate the hands. Once I separate, I'm gonna go double ice cream cone. See that? Double. I don't have it like this, because if I have it like this, what happens is I can't do what I wanna do right now. I'll lose the grip. But when I hold it like this, I can actually do the move and never let go of the grip, okay? So you can do it both ways, but ideally, I would not like to have it like this. I would like to have it like this. This is ideal, okay? But this will work too. Don't overthink it. But if I could have this one further down the ice cream cone, I'm gonna go here. So he's holding on to me, watch. I'm gonna bring his arm up. Bring your arm down, try it, yeah? I bring his arm up. As I bring it up, I'm gonna start turning my body, and I rotate all the way around his arm. Now, in wrestling, competitively, you hold the wrist and you let go and you grab his waist. And you end up with a reversal. And now you guys can make a drill, okay? Again, it looks like complete bullshit, but it's not, because, and here's why. When I hold this and I try to turn like this, he just follows me. See how you're following me? But when I bring his arm up, it starts to affect his shoulder, okay? So he's trying to hold me, and I bring his arm up and I twist right out. And the more he holds me, it actually helps me get behind him. So you can create reversals in sport wrestling with this, and then self-defense wise, it's great. And we're gonna use this, we're gonna talk a little bit about it, okay, self-defense wise. Notice I have the grip backwards, it'll still work. If I hold this up and he's trying to clamp his arm down, the only difference is when I turn here, my left hand is lower than my right hand. So when I do this, I would rather my hand be at the end of the lever, personally, rather than here. But it would still work. They both will work, and it's a cool move to do. So if you guys get a Russian 2-on-1, notice where I am. I'm on the outside of his arm. He's not behind me. You see that? He's not behind me. But if he ever somehow, if you got in a situation where he pulled out and then he was going behind me and I grabbed his wrist, I can think of this as a Russian 2-on-1 in the same way. Ice cream cone grip gives me good control. Try to get your arm back. Yeah. And then now, as I'm moving, this guy just gives it to me. Try to keep it down. Oh, yeah. And then it helps me. Okay? So let's give it a try. Let's try that out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. John threw me off. John in the back end. What's up with John in the back end? Throwing me off. I'm losing my mojo. Nice. Pushing it down, bring it up. 2-on-1 control. Double ice cream cone. Try hitting on the other wrist. Hit on the other wrist. Keep on. Keep it right. Hit on the other wrist. So you get good on both sides. Good on both sides. Got to be comfortable with both arms. You never know. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. So check it out now. So the next one. Oh, we're almost out of time, basically. So let's do, we'll do one more and then we're gonna be done. So this time, as I break the grip, right? And I make this grip, when I end up bringing it up, let's assume that this arm is something more dangerous. It's not just a grappling situation. Like maybe I have control. He's got either a knife, a weapon, it doesn't matter, a hammer, something bad, okay? A gun, whatever. The point is you went after it and you're here, okay? I'm gonna bring it up. When I bring it up this time, instead of letting go, if that was a knife and I went here, I have one-on-one, he starts stabbing me. He starts like using it. He passes it to his left hand. He stabs me. So when you guys are here and we have control, right now he can't reach with his left hand to come get it. As I bring it around, I'm gonna bring my body over it. So instead of letting go, I'm never gonna let go. I'm gonna imagine that this is something really dangerous. I've gotta take from this guy. And so as we get to this point, instead of going here, we're gonna train a little bit of never let go. Again, the Aikido guys of the world and the Hapkido guys of the world and all the Japanese Jiu-jitsu guys of the world are gonna talk about grips on the wrist that are gonna help you. We are in a simple ice cream cone grip. If he twists, you see how you're a little sweaty right now? And you're able to twist your elbow in? Now I can't do that move that I just did. In this case though, you could just say, I'm getting the hell out. You know, hopefully you're not inside of a phone booth, right? Or a subway. So if I have control, and again, to give you guys an entry now, we were just doing this because the guy was behind us in a grappling situation. Maybe now I went for his hand. Maybe he's not just going like this, but the point being, I went for his hand and I've got the arm and I'm like, ah, and I bring it around. I put my body weight down so that I never let his hand be able to reach. Okay, now all I have, I'm not doing anything super technical with my hands on his wrist other than squeezing the shit out of it, and then I'm applying the elbow lock and maybe even a wrist lock, okay, in order to make him release and, you know, strip the weapon away. Or maybe you do this with a wrist. Maybe you just, this is your move. The guy, you know, this is your move. No weapon at all. You're like, all right, we're going full on, you know, Matrix or Jet Li or whatever, Steven Seagal, okay? If a guy does a forward roll, right shoulder, if he does a forward roll grappling wise, and we're here, do not get darsed. See that darce? Yeah, don't get darsed. Okay, keep control of the wrist, bridge up, come up on top, side control. Okay? If a guy rolls with it. Okay? So again, I grab on to here. If you grab it this way, man, and you're like this, and you're changed, you know, from never let go, but when you're here, if I have it backwards or whatever, I can try to bring it over my head like this, but as you guys know, this is getting real pro wrestling. There's another word, okay? Looks like pro wrestling, doesn't it? Close your elbow. See how I can't do that, but if I go here, now close your elbow. See how I was able to bring it over anyway? This ice cream cone, you're gonna have way more control than this way, okay? So again, if you start like this and you're controlling the guy, I'm like trying to stop him from stabbing me or whatever it is, and I bring it up and I rotate, sorry about that. All I'm doing is death grip on his wrist. Apply my weight, put my weight down. Try not to hurt your training partner, but keep some weight on him. Flex it, and get the tap out. And you notice, look what happened to his hand when I did that. See his hand start to open? Up, yeah. He opens up because he's in a lot of pain. He's gonna let go of that weapon. It's gonna be easier for you to strip it. If he just will not let go, you're gonna have to break his arm. You know, you're gonna have to break his arm. When he starts screaming though, you're gonna be able to get it away. Okay?
It's like hitting a knee at the doctor.
Yeah, you get a reflex, huh? Okay? Again, I don't like to get into this zone of martial arts too often because we don't spar that much. Now there are the Dog Brothers. There's guys out there that do these types of things where they fight with sticks, with gear and knives. They're obviously not real blades, but they're actually training weapon defense. I'm not like that well versed in it, but what I am well versed in is live training. And you guys have to live train to make it work. this is stuff you can practice. Grappling, we can do a simulation with just a fake knife or whatever, but the point is, I want you guys to go out and train and imagine the guy's got something. When you grab onto it, the grappling part, the fighting part is real. You know, that part's real. And in the end, it's better to have something in your, you know, your training rather than nothing. If you guys had no understanding of what to do and a guy's just gonna stab you, at least try to get hands on the weapon, or on the arm, not on the blade, but on the arm, the wrist, the hand that's controlling that weapon. At least try. It's better than nothing at all. If you guys don't have anything, then you're much less prepared. So go ahead and give it a try. Let's see if Mikey can hit it once. Go ahead, go with Tommy. So you're gonna go 2-on-1, Mikey. Yeah, no, like say his hands are down. You see it? No, face him. Grab it, boom. Try to get your arm back, Tommy, go. Now put your elbow over it. Nice. Take him down. And nice. See how that felt? You go. Give it a try. Just grab it. Go. Boom. He's going to try to move. He's giving you reasonable amounts of control. And what you don't understand is you went, now let me show you. This is different. You went to it this way. You're already on the outside. So in this case, now Mikey's trained and his elbow's in. This is not going to work so well. Yeah. Not to mention, if you do this, he just passes the weapon to his right hand and then stabs you, right? So you got to understand, there's a mechanism to what we're doing. What I did is when I grabbed it like this, I actually was on the inside, and even though it appears to give my back to my opponent, but at least I'm isolating. So if his right hand wants to go get it, he can't get it around my body. If he goes this direction, I'm keeping it away. So he may go straight up to your weapon now. He might be trying to do that now. You see, if he does that, we got to get the hell away. You got to know. See, I'm looking at it the whole time. See what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this. As I'm bringing this up, if it ever goes over to his other hand, remember, he's not grabbing me. If he was grabbing me, as he's got his weapon, he's trying to go over here. Now once I'm here, I'm never allowing them to come together. You guys see that? So I'm not saying turn your back to your opponent is a good thing, but there is, when your life is on the line and all you're thinking about is that weapon, whatever we're talking about, you're gonna just do something. You're gonna be going after that. Okay, which you see in all the videos, whether it's a gun or a knife, you always see in them struggling for the weapon. And if we have a couple little tips on how to take it away, it's gonna help. Let's go. Hopefully we never end up there.
And then if you go up.
Yeah, and then around, and now your right elbow's gonna cover and put pressure, and step forward with your right foot. Nice. And sit to your right butt cheek. Sit to your right butt cheek. Sit down. Put your feet out. No, sit on your butt. Put your feet out like this. Okay? There we go. Now pull his arm up. See the leverage? Yeah. Now he might roll. If he rolls, grappling wise, we're gonna come up in side control. Nice. If he still had the weapon, if he still had the weapon at that point, you would need to stay on it, right? Yeah. And make sure you're still stripping it. Again,
just keep control.
Usually people don't know how to roll, but sometimes they roll naturally because they just have no other choice because you're breaking their arm. Yeah. But watch when he does it to you. Try to grab him, Tommy. Try to grab him. Yeah. At that point, you just run.
Inside.
Yeah, but at that point, you run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got away from it. You're like, dang. If it's a gun, you're still screwed, I guess. Yes. Nice control. And now try to roll, Tommy. And now look, if he still has, no. You want to roll over the arm that's being attacked so you don't break your shoulder. Yeah. If he rolls and he still has control, you see how he's keeping away? He's going to keep you away from it. He's still going to be trying to strip it. He's trying to push and break and strip. Good. And make you let go. And then there's a really nice feeling he gets inside when he knows he made you let go of a weapon.
Yeah.
Like, because at that point, Mikey knows he can whoop your ass. All right, let me go get the weapon.